right, well, we'll call the meeting to order. Take a look at the meetings, we got those. Bob's here.
Here.
Chris is here, we got a quorum, so we're able to conduct business. Let's look at the minutes over of April 15 right quick.
Does the highway cash come in pretty consistently equal for all three districts?
Oh, yes. The only difference is if, because OTC sends an amount and then it's split three ways. And that's their largest amount. And then the others is like permits or.
Is it divvied up by number of miles in each district, or?
No, it's split three ways.
Okay.
Evenly, three ways. Mm-hmm.
For comparison of the previous month, if you add all three of them together, they're about 640, they're about the same.
Yeah. And it's down a little bit.
Okay. Looks like we had a lot of business last time. We hear a motion to
I
approve
make
the
a
minutes.
motion to approve the minutes of 15.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
There's the monthly appropriations.
Personal services, that's pretty high, isn't it?
For court clerk, that's,
Oh, that's reimbursed, is that part of what's reimbursed, or what's the deal?
She moves that money from a one of her fee accounts to pay one of her
Okay.
employees every month. So she moves that same amount.
Those guys up there running pretty good right now.
I guess so. I haven't heard any complaints.
You waiting on me, or do I?
Yeah, I gave you a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna work for you today.
You knew what you were doing. Yeah.
Randy's signed in one place.
Have we ever figured out the formula for gross production, how they arrive at getting that back to the county? See what you can do about finding that. The reason why I'm asking is our school superintendents have not got a clue where that comes from. One guy says something and you quote him in the paper, and the next two guys pick it up and it's gospel.
And one of them said he drove the county last New Year's and seen that.
Freedom guy.
Yeah.
We could tell just by driving the county that it's not, shouldn't be down.
Well, I've offered to tell, but there's a little conflict there, because my son's on the school board and it's a 3-2 deal, and he's on the 2 side. And they don't want to listen to anybody. And I've sent them to the assessor to figure out, you know, where their tax dollars are coming from and understand what their system is. And
They haven't
done a
come
thing.
see me.
They have not done a thing.
They've talked to Monica before she left,
Yeah.
but nobody's come to see me or anything.
And they sit there and say, oh, gross production tax is up. He don't know what gross production tax is. He doesn't know where it comes from. And, you know, it basically comes from the first sale of the product at the wellhead. That's where, and that's not gonna fluctuate very much. And, you know, these guys use the paper to scare people. Well, we can't do this because we don't know how it's gonna come out next month. I mean,
And they may not have a clue,
they don't.
you know.
They
So
do not have.
It's a legitimate puzzlement, you know.
Yeah. And see,
So it's Renita's job to unpuzzle them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, the highway cash gets the big part of gross production. They get the big, that's where that comes from. And the schools just get a small amount of that, and the county government. But, you know, we've been trying to figure the formula. The state won't tell you, very easy.
Jerry's gonna be here when we have the next meeting, so maybe he can shed some light on,
Well.
unless everything's settled before then, so.
Yeah, we'll see.
Pardon me? Yeah, well, we'll see, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully.
So how many protests do we have right now?
5.
5?
One might be settled. One other one will probably be settled. I just am not sure about the other 3,
Yeah, okay.
so.
So before it gets to us, there's negotiation.
What's going on, yes. They talked, and I mailed out the new values, and then they sent in a formal protest, but he will talk with them more between now and next week, so.
Tell
We'll
them
see.
we'll be there to videotape, and that more of them probably want to settle.
I was kind of looking forward to hearing some doors slam.
They have, that's happened before. 688 between the 3 of them.
Personal services is personnel expense,
Yes.
and the taxes withheld seems to be 25%, just right off the top. It's 45,000 personal services and 15,000 withholding. The
Probably so.
standard. If you don't ask the questions, you never learn anything. Dumb as they may sound.
Hey, no questions are done. Well, yeah.
688 on all of them, on the highway cash. Things slowed down in your office, any?
A lot. I think it's been slowed down for about 2 weeks before I even noticed. That's
You
pretty
had to get
bad.
caught up.
But I said something to Grant one day, and he says, it's been like this for a couple of weeks now. And I said, well, you know what? When I'm out of my office, I'm on the go too much and trying to get my stuff done. Sometimes I don't pay attention to what's going on back there in the back.
You're a busy lady. After going to those webinars, those 2 webinars for the excise meeting, you got a full plate.
I do.
I'm sure you do too, but they didn't talk about you in that webinar. County clerk this, county clerk this.
How we coming on the 911? Is that making any improvement?
As far
Budget.
as the budget, it's about the same. You just get the tariff and that's it, so. Lynn, do you want me to send you the amounts?
Can you send me the totals?
Mm-hmm.
On
I can do
the-
that. Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. And that way I can swipe over them and then paste them without having to read my own handwriting.
I understand that. Good thing they're typed on here. Or I'd be having an error probably from reading my handwriting.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the monthly appropriations.
I make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we need to acknowledge the board regarding the sheriff's transfer appropriations for a part-time to personal service in the amount of $2,400.
Yes. And that is, the board of commissioners approved to increase the jailer's salaries as of May 1st to $1,500 instead of $1,300 a month. And that's why we're moving that money, so that he'll have enough to take care of the next 2 months.
Finish up the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are the jailers law enforcement officers or any kind of certification? I'm just curious.
They have to go through all the cleats.
Clete?
Yeah.
They're mostly students out here, aren't they?
Sheriff said they're mainly college students,
Yes.
but there's a law enforcement program up there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty handy.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
How would you like to go at Waco?
My sister
Loaded
lives.
bikers in there.
That's I lived in Waco. My sister, long time ago. My sister lives about 800 miles from there, out in the country. And the Don Carlos Mexican restaurant that apparently right next to it is a chain in Texas. But I never heard of Twin Peaks before. I went on the internet and they just say scantily clad. I think it's a strip joint.
Well, they said so like Hooters.
That's what I was gonna, isn't it like
My
Hooters?
nephew's 32, recently married, and said, Uncle Bob, it's like an upscale Hooters. He said, I've never been there, but the beer is ice cold and the food is pretty good. But I didn't press him, but, yeah, that's a bad deal. They closed, shut that franchise down.
And, I mean, can you just imagine how law enforcement would be stressed to the max to handle something like
Well,
that?
yeah, when you're standing out there before it happens.
Yeah,
I think they had about 15 combination state and local uniform. I read a thing last night, they deliberately made a big presence, marked cop cars and standing around and stuff, because I guess it hurt them, there could be rumble, And my goodness, it happened anyway.
yeah, that's,
That's stressing the budget right now, housing 170 unexpected guests.
yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I need a motion then to approve that. Did we get a motion to approve the transfer there? I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
My guess is that the Twin Peaks reopened said they suspended their liquor license for 1 week. However, the franchise company yanked the franchise from the guy that owned it, but I can see him selling it to somebody else if the
Yeah.
facility's there.
That guy has a second franchise in Waco.
Oh, he does already.
Yeah, he had one. Or he had two going at one time.
Okay, we got the 911 transfer of appropriation travel to MNO amount of 1,000, right?
Right. And
That's
that's
what
going
this
into, it's going into their M&O. Yeah, that's just to help finish out their year, to take care of paying the bills. They weren't gonna need as much travel, so we're gonna move it.
They're gonna get them by to July, or?
Well, hopefully. If not, next month, we'll
Have to
have
do it
some
again.
appropriations, so we'll probably be able to move a little bit more money if I need to.
Okay, that one's to transfer $1,000 to the 911.
I make a motion to approve that.
I'll second that. Motion carried. Court clerk needs a transfer,
Yes.
2,400.
Same thing, just to finish out the year.
Okay,
I make a motion to approve that travel to personal services.
okay. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Okay, there's a general transfer of appropriations from capital outlay to juvenile detention,
Yes.
2,500. Is that through the sheriff's department? Or
No,
is that
that's-
human services?
That's it's through our general account, but last month we had $955 worth that we had to pay for the kids, so I was just afraid if I didn't move some money, because we start out that account with $4,500 a year is our normal. I'm gonna up it this next year because apparently it's getting to where we're using more and more. We used to start out, it used to be $2,500, and it just keeps growing and growing with the kids that are getting in trouble. So, anyway, we're not gonna have enough to finish out the year if we have 2 more months of that amount of money, so.
What does that involve, that they pick somebody up and put him in a foster home or something like that?
Right, yeah, or if they have to go to one of these juvenile detention centers, then we have to
Right.
pay those
Okay.
to house them every day. And some of them, there's all different prices. We have usually, I would say at least maybe 10 to a dozen different housing places for the juvenile detention kids. And some of them charge 18 something per day, some of them it's up to 29 something a day. So it's just depending on where they get sent, how much we have to
Are
pay.
these homes that have been approved to help or house these
I guess
delinquents?
so. Mhm.
What's the age limit?
I'm not sure on that. I know once they turn 18, they don't go there anymore. They go upstairs. But
Yeah, I know I have an employer, did have an employee, out Lisa Hall, who still keeps 3 or 4.
mhm.
And I know they're at least in middle school, so.
But these are kids that are in trouble. It's not ones that just need to go to a foster home. These are kids that
Oh,
are
okay.
actually in
Hers
trouble.
Just
Yeah.
needed to be pulled out of the home for their
Yes,
safety.
and put in a center, a detention center, where they have to, I mean, it's kind of like kid jail.
Yeah, you keep
So-
reporting all those pickups and Winoka that gets canned. That's bad publicity here.
Yeah, well, Winoka's our wild.
Assign them to Avard.
Winoka's our wild town in the community. That's where our excise board chairman's from.
Yeah. I know some people that house those, some of them, and that can be a problem. I mean, during the middle of the night, you get knocked on the door and you got a couple of extra kids, and, it'd be hard, that'd be kind of
I
hard to
did
handle.
foster care for quite a few years.
Yeah,
I think I ended up with 28 different kids through my home over a 4-year period. But I enjoyed it. It was good. It was rewarding for me. It might not have been for them, but it was for me. Yeah, I learned a lot from it, but. And I did the kids that had a lot of problems. I took them in.
yeah.
Were
They
they in
usually
trouble
came-
problems or just behavioral problems?
A lot of them was behavioral problems, but a lot of them came from these detention centers into my house. when they'd get released from there, they would come to me, so.
If they're going to school, did they try to place them in that school district so they're not missing anything, or?
Most of the kids, I mean, I had a few from this area, but most of them came from out of this area, came from like Oklahoma City area, or, you know.
But did they get transferred into the district where you live? I mean, like in the school district?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we did. So it was, but they would, usually the ones that came from out of town, it was because they needed to get them completely away from their families.
Their peers, probably.
And their peers, yeah. But they had to get them completely, you know, as far enough away, it was hard for them to see anybody from their area.
Yeah, that makes sense, really.
Kind of hard on them though, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, but.
Hard
most of
on
them
everybody.
adjusted. Yeah, most of them adjusted pretty good. We had a few that didn't, but.
Do you have any that wrecked your house or damaged or stole anything?
Lots of, yeah, we had a lot of them that stole. That's just one of them things that goes along with it, I guess.
Did you do
But-
horse therapy with them? Did you do horse therapy with them?
We did, yes, we did. Yeah, we
That
did.
was a treat for them, and
Yeah,
wake them up a little bit.
And they got to, yeah, it made them responsible for something, and, yeah. We did a lot of stuff, and then they had to go to, it was therapeutic foster care is what it was called, so then they had to go to counseling every week. It was required. They had to go to group counseling once a month, and then therapeutic counseling every week, so.
Well, where's the counseling here in Woods County? Is it out of the services over here, or where?
That's where it was at that time, yes, like the ones right over here. And DHS would also step in, and one thing that was nice about it was that I liked about it was it really kept me in check. My house had to be clean at all times. It's not that way anymore. I think I need to take some more kids in so I'll get back on track.
Does your husband criticize you for that, like you criticize him for getting the grade wrong? Oh, yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I make a motion that we approve the
there we go.
transfer.
I like that.
Okay, motion for approving the juvenile detention transfer made. I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Yeah, he's gonna wanna start watching the videos.
Oh, thank goodness he can't run the computer.
And you like it that way.
Yep.
Okay, we got a transfer from the assessor,
Yes.
transferring to the capital outlay from M&O, 1,600.
From travel to M&O
Yeah.
for 1,600, and then from travel to, and I didn't write that very good, but it's still from travel to capital outlay, 1,400.
Okay.
I knew
So we
what it
got two,
meant, but-
is there two transfers then in that, involved in that, or just the one?
It's on the same page.
Okay, it's on the back
Yeah,
side.
we've got it on the back side going from
Okay.
travel to.
Okay,
She's gonna
I'll
get
move we
computers.
approve the transfer,
I second it.
keep our assessor happy here.
Keep us running anyway.
Yes.
Made and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, we need a transfer from the fair to capital outlay in the amount of 100,000.
Yes,
What's going
there's-
on here?
They're gonna start doing some work on the women's building. They're going out for bids for a new roof, and then they've got some other things that they're gonna also fix there, so they need to go ahead and move the money to capital outlay.
What's the acronym, TNR, M&O, TNR?
That's, TNR is trophies and rewards. And I believe they get the money like when they rent, out the buildings out there. I think that's where that money comes from.
So they had a pretty good account, that's not coming out of county general?
Right. That's not coming out of county general. They had 199,000 in there, so I think that's what, yeah, 199,000 that they had built up in that so that they could start doing some work, and so now they're gonna start using it. Yeah.
Okay, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
You wait,
I'll move we approve their transfer.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
What's the status of the proposal that they were floating around? Anybody know? On the new arena or whatever that supposedly is to amount to?
I don't hear anything. They don't tell me anything. They don't want me to know.
I haven't heard a thing. It's the meetings
I mean, they're just meeting is all I know, and I don't think they've gotten to the point of telling me anything yet.
Okay,
I guess, anyway, they haven't told me.
okay. We can adjourn the equalization board.
The excise board.
Let's see. Oh, excise board and reconvene as equalization.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion for that.
I make a motion that we adjourn the excise.
The excise board.
Reconvene.
I'll second that. All in favor of adjourning the excise?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Now, we'll open the equalization board. Roll call.
Bob Seaver's here.
Chris, here we conduct business. So, what do we got?
Last time we had McJunkin Redman, they didn't have their numbers right, and we denied their Freeport exemption. I talked with the tax commission after I had sent them their denial letter, and she called me back, and the tax commission told me as long as they had it in by March 15th originally, they can amend those numbers, they can amend that, and so they did. She didn't know what had happened, but her numbers came out wrong, and so she got it all corrected and sent back in, and so we just need to approve their Freeport exemption.
They're amended.
Yeah, their amended Freeport exemption.
Okay.
So they knew just to get any numbers in before that deadline.
Right, and this was the first year this particular person had done it, and somehow in her figuring, she messed up, and she felt really bad, and I was on the phone with her a few times, and so she got it all corrected, and they sent
How
back
much
in.
does it amount to?
532,673.
Is that their inventory or what?
No, that's the Freeport exemption part.
Okay.
Their inventory is 5,402,372. So,
Tell me again what Junkin is, Redman?
Well, it's that oil field supply company, just as you come into town from the vet supply out here. I would guess things slowed down, I don't know how that's gonna work.
yeah.
Hopefully they stay in business, because that's a big asset.
Yeah, there's-
A lot of money invested for them.
Yeah. And they're a pretty good sized company. They're not just a little independent.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize that either, and all of their paperwork and that kind of stuff, it comes from West Virginia, so evidently they're
Yeah. Yeah,
a bigger
they're-
company around the country, so.
Okay, if they mix your numbers correct, I make a motion that we approve their exemption.
Okay.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. What else?
That's it.
Okay. So we can adjourn, and you got some protests on the book? Did we have a new meeting set for protest
Yeah,
at what point in
for
time?
the 28th at 8:30, starting at 8:30, and I've got them set every 30 minutes till we're done, so, but, yeah, so it'll be next Thursday.
Get your affidavits ready?
She's always come.
I've got them right here.
Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and the
You know
law
what we're
says
talking
we
about?
do
Yeah.
not have to do it.
Yeah.
But Jerry
Your
says we
fancy,
do.
well-dressed lawyers will show up.
hopefully everything's settled and we won't even have to.
That's
Yeah.
right.
There you go,
Yeah.
2 out
Hey,
of 5.
if
you
we're
did good.
prepared, then, you know, that nothing will happen.
Well, if there's just 3, how would that compare to previous years?
I don't know, I wasn't here then.
Oh, of course she was not. Well, I should ask you.
I
We
mean,
had some.
Since I've been here, it's all gotten settled, so.
Oh,
I mean, since I've been working in the office, I haven't had to go with their Danny or anything, so.
They'll test her.
That's probably what's happening. We're trying to see how tough she is.
I would think with things slowing down, we would see more protest.
They got more
In-
time on their hands.
Yeah, in times past, they all get together and hire one lawyer and, you know.
Yeah, there was several companies that have K.E. Andrews as their tax reps, so there were a lot of them, but that's kind of all, as far as I know, they've all been settled, but I think we're still waiting on a couple to hear from them yet, so. See what they do. Their time's not up yet, so we'll see what they do, but.
Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make that motion.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We are done.